long time ago, I did a review on a bunch of Yu Yu Hakusho video games. Now I decided to take a look at the other three for the Game Boy. So why don't we start with the second one. You have a choice of 5 characters to play as in story mode. Then you face off fighters from the Dark Tournament Saga, which is what the game is based on. What you do is simple, beat the shit out of your opponent and win. But if one of the fighters are out of the ring in 10 seconds, either you or the opponent will win. The game has 2 mini-games, one where you play as either Keiko, Botan, or Yukina, and grab items in a basket. Be careful not to touch the bombs. If you touch them, your character will be stunned for a few seconds. The second mini-game is Whack and Oni. You take control of the ruler of the spirit world, the great Koenma himself. All you do is whack him with your mallet. Yes, there is a cheat where you can play as Yoko Kurama and 100% younger Toguro, only you can play as 100% Toguro in Versus mode. Moving on to Yu Yu Hakusho Daisen Tama, the game is based on the chapter Black Saga, and the gameplay is a mixture of RPG and a side-scrolling beat-em-up, which is a very clever idea. By the way, the overhead view and side-scrolling may remind you of a few certain games. And during the overhead view, it may look like... yeah. I'm at a factory, and as soon as I kept on moving, there's a bug that gets in my way and I can't get through. However, I did manage to find a video on YouTube to see what the rest of the game is like. And of course, you face the Sensui 7, including the Elder Toguro.
Great, a Toguro brother who can't die, and he's got the power of 2 other psychics chipping in. I'm optimistic.
And finally, you take on Sensui, who's the most difficult boss in the game. And last, there's Yu Yu Hakusho Daifor Tama, based on the 3 Kings saga, and it was also a rush season. You can only play as either Yusuke, Kurama, or Hiei. Too bad Kuwabara didn't appear a lot in the last season and is unplayable in this game.
Damn!
The gameplay mechanics seem rather familiar to the first 2 games, doesn't it? There's also an SD battle. You can select from either Keiko, Botan, Yukina, or, my favorite referee, Kodo. It's a very cutesy fight. Time to wrap up. These 3 Yu Yu Hakusho video games are very good and fun to play. I've already talked about the first game, so I don't need to talk about it again. And I know this review is very short. Well, you could say it's a quickie. And as I stated, I never completely finished the 3rd game because of the bug I've mentioned, and I wanted to show you what the rest is like. But before I end this, I know what you folks are going to say. Have you ever played Yu Yu Hakusho for the TurboGrafx CD? Yes, on my PC, and it's just a shooting game. To be honest, I am not a fan of shooting games in general. Except, I would love to try Wild Gun someday. Well folks, this ends my review of Yu Yu Hakusho Leftovers. Till then, in the words of MagusX1, and with that guys, Byako out.
Marking off my